The play there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
It's now fourth down.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have two remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And they're not going to get the snap off. This might back him out of field goal range. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. On is the rookie fourth-rounder Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
The Ravens take over 10-10. At their own 14-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Check 43. He's checking. Crash.
Looking to throw on second down. Jackson forced out to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And the young buck, the rookie, just racked up his first career interception.
And how about the scouting department? They've got to be very happy right now because in NFL parlance, he's a third-day selection. Anyone after the 4th round, that's big-time scouting right there. And what a great play he just made.
Had a good move, but only able to work it to the 20-yard line. Ha-ha, Clinton Dix, the former Packer, in on the tackle. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Darnold. That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson flushed out right. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Patterson on the carry. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 13, Jackson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Fred Warner.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman of the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. To throw is Darnold. That's pulled in by the rookie from Notre Dame, Miles Boykin. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
Come on, set, 10 Lobo, X3, 218, chop, Leo.
Don't be scared of it. You go tight.
Now.
You got tight right there. Switch.
On the ball now.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Hey, C6.
Darnold on 1st down. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Watch his flat. Hey, alert
Back to throw, Darnold. He's going to let this one go deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They stopped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
I'm going to come back to you.
Third and long, it's Darnold. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Last year's NFL leader in field goal percentage, Robbie Gould, on for the Niners field goal. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. CD, you know there were quite a few Bears fans back in January saying, why didn't we hold on to that Robbie Gould guy?
Well, it's a legitimate question. 33 of 34 for San Francisco 2018. The crazy stat of the year, he missed more extra points, 2, than he did field goals, 1, in the 2018 season.
Now it's Gould after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. This will be taken short. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson escaping the pressure right. He's got a man complete. A big play there just before halftime. 45 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Check 37. Check 37. Pick the edge. Come. Catch it.
Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
He's taken out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He hit his first. Now this from 43. Tucker's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be taken very short. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Jackson from the shotgun. Being chased out left. Now he's going to let it go deep left left side. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
On second down, it's Patterson, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
Brings up 3rd and 13.
They go play action now. Jackson, throw out right, take it in by Patterson. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brendan, but was 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Okay, can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. And not a particularly good return here, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
Go!
Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
And we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Let's go! 60 Pittsburgh. 61, matchbox right. Let's go.
Now on 2nd and 13, Darnold. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Khalil Mack in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Now Darnold looking deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Some nifty running, but it only gets him to the 45. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
From the 45 on second down, Jackson, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Jackson now off the bootleg. Steps away to his left. Towards the end zone for Brown. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. He's able to call his own number for 8 that time, but it leaves him with a third down. On third down, Patterson. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Y'all playing the wrong football.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And he works free. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 32 yards, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion.
It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Trump. 56, Mike, let's go. Here we go, G. It's just me and you. Let's go.
This time Jackson will throw it. Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. (17-17) the score. All even to this point as the kick's away.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now it's Breida. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Back now in Baltimore. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
You draw Corker.
Check 24. Check 24.
Go. Go.
Watch out.
Snap.
Darnold from the gun. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Dante Pettis, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Gold with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Ravens 17.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken short.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 14-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Throwing again on second down. Jackson is going to fire one deep over the middle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Marquise Brown, the rookie, his intended target. And it's third down.
Check three, check three, check three. Kill.
They go play action with Jackson. Flushed out right. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, trying to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
At their own 39-yard line.
Ready, set.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. They go play action here on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Hey, Sam off. Go.
Here's Darnold. Throwing left side, it's complete. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third. The Niners on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Hey, Haywood. Go. Get it.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Escaping the pressure right. Got his target, Samuel. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the Ravens' 39-yard line.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down.
Check 13. Check 13. Fight.
Darnold. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clocks, we're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it, a costly turnover. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. Now this time he'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Jackson now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Jackson now. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
Eluding the pressure right, and he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it a second down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
He's going to take off, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you. Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
Hey, Wahoo! Yep.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Let's go. Let's do it.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Watch the whip. Big ass, big ass. Watch the shit.
Here's Jackson. Buying time to his left. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
In your face. Check. Check hot route. Hot. Watch twist. The twist.
Now Jackson. Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Crash. Check 52. Awesome.
Throwing now is Jackson. Flushed out right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5 all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Hey, lock it. Switch on your west. Go.
They'll begin the drive with Breida. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20.
Let's go.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. This is Breida. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 18 yards, first down Niners. Matt Breida out of Georgia Southern now in his 3rd year in a 49er uniform. He was tough to keep off the field last year. Very good yards per carry. 5.3 on 153 attempts. Good for over 800 yards rushing. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Go. 60 Pittsburgh. 22-jet bomber. Give me that ball, defense. No. Deuce. Jim. Now. Shoot.
Now Darnold. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets him 6. He sets to fire deep. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Tie game, probably time for one final play here. What do you do in this spot?
Now you're thinking about Hail Mary. You've got to find a way to heave it all the way towards the end zone and give yourself a chance. Your time management sheet tells you with this amount left on the clock, you don't get cute and try and get 2 plays, because if you try that, that's all you're going to get is 1, and it won't be a 1 towards the end zone.
How will they handle it? Let's find out. Jackson to throw. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
Ready?
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. And they need 5 yards on third down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive.
You got tight. You got tight right there.
From the gun, Jackson. Dancing to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here comes Pettis on the return. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. A handoff to Breida to begin the drive. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Now Darnold with his first throw of OT. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake, 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
59 mark, 59 mark. Check, 59.
Leo. Hey, Charlie.
36. Check 37. Check 37.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
San Francisco.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
61, matchbox, right.
Rush in.
Gone.
Check.
He dribble.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Pilot, 64, wait.
Let's get it.
5.
Check. 59.
Yo, go.
Again, Darnold. Escaping the pressure right. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. Call that a very strong gain of 24. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. This is Mostert. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream.